Hello. Guess who got a microphone? What if I just became an ASMR channel? Okay, we're gonna try, I don't really want it in frame, so we're gonna try that there. Hello. This bookshelf did fall on me when we first moved in. It had less books on it, but not no books. And it did fall directly on my head. And I think I had a concussion because I simply was not right for a few days after that. So is it filling me with anxiety to be sitting right next to it? Yeah. You know what? This is a testament to my ability to rebuild a bookshelf, and I believe in myself. Did it shift fairly significantly when I tried to adjust it before I sat down to film? Also, yeah, and that is on my mind. That is not lost on me. But regardless, if it does fall on me while I'm filming, at a minimum, I think that could go viral. So, wins and losses. Today we are filming. That is true. But today I am here to talk to you about Flock. Flock Fiber Festival was this past weekend from when I'm filming. I don't know when you're watching this, but for me, right now, it was last weekend. So like 4 days ago. So Flock just happened, and it was my first Flock. I did not go last year, but this year I did go, and boy did I go. First thing I'm gonna say about Flock is, oh my god, that was expensive. Oh my god. You know, I went into it knowing I'm leaving on an international trip in a week and a half. That was in my mind, and that was something I was thinking about. However, you put me in a giant convention center full of some of the most beautiful yarn I've ever seen in my life, I'm gonna drop a bag, unfortunately. I'm gonna drop a bag, and I did. So if you see me title this video something really stupid and clickbaity, no you didn't. Views have been down, and a girl's gotta eat. So yeah, it's an expensive weekend, I will say, and that's coming from somebody that lives in Seattle. I met so many people that came in from all over the country and all over the world. Simply cannot imagine the financial strain that this weekend has caused for those people, because even for me, as somebody that lives 8 minutes from the convention center, like, this was not a cheap weekend. And I know, like, I'm sure there were people that did like a really solid budget and like really stuck to their budget. I am weak. That is something I know about myself. I'm weak, and I'm also just a girl. And I think that's something that we need to keep in mind when we get to the haul section of this little event. It could be justified that way, you know? So Flock, let's discuss. Initially, my plan was to vlog at Flock and then to come home and do a haul and have it be like 2 separate videos. Really milk the content for all it was worth. But the vlogging didn't really happen. It was just incredibly overwhelming, the whole thing. Being 5 feet tall and trying to film in a crowded space, I learned logistically, not great. So I don't have a ton of footage, but what I'm gonna do is kind of insert the footage as I'm talking about things where I have it. Yeah, I think that's the plan. First of all, I did do a travel montage, so enjoy. Hi. I'm on my way. Stop laughing at me. I'm on my way to Flock right now. I feel like my hair looks a little silly, and I'm a little bit nervy because I have the Space Needle looks super cool. As I was saying, I'm a little bit nervy because I have an anxiety disorder, and this is a lot of people. So that just, that is never a super fun combo at first. But luckily, oh jeez. Whoa, okay. Mario Kart over here. I have some friends I'm meeting, very excited. And I'm going to try not to spend too much money. I'm going to try to be a really good girl, but I am also just a girl, so it's very possible I spend a lot of money. Travel montage. Yeah, so we have that. My Instagram friend Maya, the night before Flock, she posted on her stories a little poll that was like, click yes if you want to be added to a Flock group chat. And so I was like, okay, sure, that sounds like fun. Little did I know that would be the best decision I have made in recent history. Truly. that worked out so incredibly well. And thank you to Maya for setting that up, because by doing that, you really you did a lot this weekend. Anyway, I'll get more into it, but basically I join this group chat and I wake up in the morning of Flock. I awake and I barely slept because I was too excited. And I got up really early. The group chat had been kind of going overnight, and people were introducing themselves, and we were talking about like where we were going to meet up and stuff. So I was feeling good. I was feeling a little bit nervy. I had the nervy wormies, I'm not gonna lie. But woke up, got down to the convention center pretty early, got in line to get checked in, so like ticket scanned and get my wristband and stuff. And I was in line for quite some time. That was slightly anxiety inducing because it was a lot of people and it was pretty hot, and I was alone at that time. I was planning on meeting up with my friend Taylor of past vlog fame and her friend Caitlin, but they weren't there yet. So I called my mom, talked to my mom for a few minutes, and that helped. And then, don't lean on that. So yeah, talked to my mom. I was like, I'm nervy. And we chatted for a little bit. And then the line started moving after like 30 minutes, got checked in, got my wristband, and got upstairs. And then I immediately ran into a friend from the group chat, Aaliyah. And so we got to talking and kind of instantly hit it off. And then Aaliyah just kind of became my person over the weekend. We were rather inseparable. And so thank you to Aaliyah for being stuck with me all weekend. It was great. I miss you already. We had a lot of fun, and yeah. So met up with Aaliyah outside of the convention center. So we got upstairs, but they hadn't opened the doors to like where the yarn was yet. So we were in line waiting for that and chatting. And then finally the doors opened and it was chaos. And chaos ensued. People were intense. Like, it wasn't bad. Nobody was like pushing or shoving, but like the energy was definitely like the energy was intense. So we got in and immediately it was just like overwhelming. There were so many booths and the convention center is huge. So it was just like instantly overwhelming. But we had like a little map. We both had a vague idea of kind of like what we really, really wanted to get. So I really wanted to go to Super Glow. Super Glow was right there. And then right across from Super Glow was Black Pearl Magic. Aaliyah really wanted a Priestess Pale. I really wanted to look at the Chapel Round yarn. So we both got to do that pretty quickly, which was exciting. And yeah, we made our first purchases of the day. That was fun. And we slowly started collecting other people from the group chat. We found them in the crowds and like we just messaged each other and just slowly kind of became a bigger and bigger group, which was really, really fun. Yeah, we just sort of slowly found each other. And it turned into this like pretty big group of like such fun, cool people. And it was incredible, like just the way it all shook out. A little bit of a side rant here. Sometimes the knitting community can be a little bit cliquey. And like that's not a bad thing, because I feel like clickiness is kind of just a human, quite frankly, it's like an evolutionary trait, I think. Like you find your people and you stick with them. So I'm not saying that like in a negative way, it's just kind of a fact that like the knitting community can be a little cliquey. People like already have their friends and like it's kind of hard to break into, like it's just hard to find like your friends in the knitting community, I think. And so I've been like feeling that way for a while. Like I have a few friends that I had prior to this experience, but I didn't really have like a friend group. Like I don't think you need a friend group by any means, but I was really like desiring community, I guess, in a silly way. Like that just sounds kind of stupid to say, I guess, to me, but it's true. Like I did want a friend group, like a knitting friend group. I feel like that's just kind of hard to find in the knitting community. I'm really grateful that Maya made this group chat and that we all found each other, because that has really helped that desire for community. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we just slowly like connected over the weekend, and yeah, it was great. It was so much fun. We all got lunch together and we got dinner together at one point, and like I just met all of these people that I would have literally never met otherwise, because they were from all over the country. So it's just so cool that we were all brought together by this silly little event for yarn. I just think that's really sweet. And yeah, we've all been chatting since, and that's been really, really lovely. So hi friends, if you're here. Hi. So I went into this knowing that like I shouldn't be spending that much money, right? But I still did, and that's on me. But it was just so hard not to. If you are a person with any sort of like impulse control or like shopping issues, quite honestly, I wouldn't recommend going because this will test you. And I failed. It was nice to like have people with me to kind of bounce ideas off of each other. I mean, some highlights for me were the sheep. There was just 2 sheep at a booth, like in a cage. Crazy to bring 2 sheep to a convention center. I love that a booth was just like, what if we just brought the sheep? And then they did. That's hilarious. I think one of the sheep's name was Ducky. I don't remember what the other one was named, but they were very sweet. They ended up actually being kind of like a landmark for us. Like if we got lost or separated from each other, it was like, just go to the sheep. I'll meet you at the sheep. So that was really nice. They were incredibly helpful in that sense. Yeah, the sheep were adorable. I mean, there were so many, like, there was just such beautiful yarn everywhere you looked, to the point where it was overwhelming. Like, it was hard to walk around and look at all this and be like, oh my god, it's constantly. Gosh, what else? We had a lot of fun going to get lunch. There were these really nice steps we could sit and knit on. That was amazing. It was just overall so much fun. I can't wait for next year. I think it's going to be even better next year. I feel like I'm forgetting some things to tell you, but no, I had a really good time with all my new friends, and I had a great time, and it was so much fun, and it was so cool. It was really cool to just like be in a space with so many people that care about the same thing, because it's like such a niche that in my day-to-day life, my friends are supportive, you know, like they try to understand what I'm doing, but it's just different when you can say, like, you can just spew some random terminology and have people immediately understand what you're talking about. So that was nice to not feel like a crazy person. It was also really cool to see so many patterns I recognized, like, out in the wild. I was kind of lost at first, like, my boyfriend dropped me off, and I was like, am I in the right place? And then I saw somebody wearing a ranunculus, and I was like, oh, I'm in the right place. Over the weekend, I saw so many ranunculi. Is that the plural for ranunculuses? Ranunculi? Anyway, I saw so many of those. I saw so many alpine bloom. I saw a fair amount of like the Jessie made outline tees and tanks. There were a lot of those. What else? Many a Sophie scarf. So it was just fun to see like a bunch of different designs all in one place. Yeah, I ran into so many nice people, like even without the group chat, like I just ran into some people that were really nice, and that was super cool. Yeah, it was a great experience. I can't wait to go back next year. I highly recommend, if you are able and have the means to do so, you would love it. If you're watching a YouTube video about knitting, I feel like you would benefit from going to vlog. You know, like that's kind of the litmus test is, if you're on this part of YouTube, I think you would enjoy the festivities. So now I think I am going to begin the haul, and I'm anticipating this being kind of like laced in with some more stories and stuff, so bear with me. This is going to be, I think, kind of in no particular order, because I just simply don't have it in me to figure out like the linear storytelling of this, so it's going to be a little bit jumpy, but the weekend itself was rather chaotic, so I think it'll be life imitates art. Art imitates life, really. So you're right there with me. I'm going to start with a few of my littler things that are not yarn, but notions. I got little notions pouch from Black Pearl Magic, and it's this really pretty, oh, it's a little bit squished. Let me fix that. So it's like very heavy duty. I will say it's very heavy duty. Like this is almost a plasticky material, and it's super well made. The zipper works great, and the reason I really liked it was because it has this clip and I can attach it to my tote bag. So I love that. Yeah, I got the glittery one with the pink zipper, and I love it. It's so cute. I have already been taking it with me everywhere, and I am a big fan. This is Black Pearl Magic. I'm gonna link their store, obviously. They were super nice too, and they had some other really pretty things that I really wanted. They had these giant tote bags that were like holographic with stars, and that took a lot of restraint not to buy one of those. But I'm very happy with my little pouch, and inside my little pouch I have my brand new TSA approved mini scissors. They're so tiny. So I asked this was at the Seattle yarn booth. They had one left, and it was in yellow, which is my favorite color, so that was perfect. They said the only place they've had any issues with these getting confiscated is in Australia, I think. I'm going to Europe in a week and a half, as has been established, and I told them everywhere I'm going, and they said they hadn't heard of anybody getting theirs confiscated at any of those locations. So I'm hopeful that these won't get confiscated, because they're just so cute, and they fit perfectly inside my little pouch. So that was like a wonderful little purchase. And then I got some little labels from Making Treasures. Oh, they like sealed this. Wow, I didn't see that. I'll show you the little labels I got. They had a bunch. I picked the like 6-pack, I think. So you got to pick 6 and it was like $8, I believe. So I got a couple that say, this is the back, because sometimes I have that problem, not knowing which side is the back. I got a couple of these that just say handmade. Cute. Oh shit, am I bumping the microphone? I need to move this up. Aesthetics be damned. I got this one that's just a little heart. I thought it would be cute to attach to a pair of mittens or something. And then I got this one that says longest whip ever. And this is gonna go inside of my halibut sweater. Can't wait. So yeah, these are from Making Treasures. Cute little labels. Yeah, so it was a fun find. I hadn't heard of this brand, but they were also very nice. Apparently, oh, okay. They are the ones that do that like maker's notebook, which was cool, but it was pretty pricey, I'm not gonna lie. So didn't pick that up, but I got the labels. So that was fun. Gosh, what do we even do next? Make sure we're still filming. That's what we're gonna do. Up next, we have 2 skeins from Super Glow. I was really excited to see the Chapel Roan collection, but then I realized that I could just get it on pre-order if I decided I wanted anything after Flock. So I really tried to focus on things I could not get at any other time. So like Flock exclusives and stuff like that. So I ended up grabbing 2 skeins of their Super Sock in the Frolicking Flock colorway, which was their exclusive color for Flock this year. And it's a really cool color. It's like beige and brown, but then mixed in with a bunch of neon splashes. So I think it's pretty wearable for being so bright, and I'm excited to work it up. I was thinking 2 skeins of sock or a fingering weight. So I have some options here. I could do like a tank top or something, or I could do like a couple pairs of socks, or like 1 sock, 1 bandana. You know, there's options here, which I like. This is my first purchase from Super Glow, so I'm excited about that. And yeah, I think these are really pretty, and God, I love yarn. That was actually, I think, my first purchase of Flock. Next up was my only like sweater quantity, and I don't even know if this is like a full sweater quantity or like a short sleeved sweater quantity, but this is 4 skeins of the Scranton Stitchers DK weight yarn in the colorway Lucky Charms. I have been wanting this yarn for like a year at this point. So when I got there, I wasn't sure if I was going to try to get like the DK weight or the fingering weight, but she had 4 skeins left of the DK weight. And I was like, I think I could squeeze like a short sleeve sweater out of that, or like maybe even a sweater with some contrast color. Yeah, it's 211 meters, so 231 yards times 4. It's a decent amount of yarn. I was really happy to pick these up. These have been on my list forever. They're gorgeous in person. Like, they're nice and like a muted, variegated rainbow, which was kind of my theme for the weekend, as we shall establish. Very excited about those. I haven't decided what specifically I want to make with that. I just have a general sense of like, it'll probably be some sort of sweater, to be determined. While we're at it with the Scranton Stitcher, I also grabbed original sock in the colorway Northern Attitude. It's a Noah Kahan song, but I just loved these colors together, like that kind of mapley brownish orange with that light blue and light pink. I just think it's gorgeous. And then I also grabbed this sock mini. I thought they would go really well together. I don't remember the name of the sock color. There's an ivy hair on it, and she didn't have them labeled, so that is lost to me, but I think they're gorgeous together. Very excited to make a pair of socks out of this. Okay, I do think I bought the most yarn from the Scranton Stitcher. Shout out Katie Sue. Hope you're doing well, Queen. This was another yarn that had been on my list for quite some time. This is the original sock in the colorway Hyacinth House. I have loved this yarn for so long. I'm so glad to finally have it in my possession. I do have a plan for these. I really want to do the Midsummer Lace, I think that's what they're called, socks by Sari Nordland. I will insert a picture. Have had that vision in this colorway for so long, and I'm very excited to make it happen in real life. Yes. Okay, also from the Scranton Stitcher, I got 3 mini skeins of the original sock in the colorway Good Coochie Kopi from Bob's Burgers. Originally, I had just gotten 1 because I kind of liked it with the Hyacinth House colorway, and I thought maybe with the leftovers I would do something with them together, but then we went to Spin Cycle. This is my first skein of Spin Cycle yarn ever because, oh my god, it's expensive. This was my most expensive skein by far, and it's only 50 grams. Right? Yeah, I think so. So expensive. This yarn is so expensive, and some people were buying like armfuls of it, and I was like, what? I want to ask you what your job is because I am impressed and also a little bit scared, quite frankly. So expensive. But this is their new colorway, Straw Baby, and they got me with that marketing. It's just my favorite colors. It's red, it's pink, it's purple, it's green. I love those colors and I love them together. So Spin Cycle finally got me. This will not be becoming a habit of mine simply because it can't be. This was so expensive, but I realized I really liked the Coochie Copy with the Spin Cycle Straw Baby. I thought these were really cute together. And so I accidentally influenced a couple of my friends to also grab some Spin Cycle, and we all decided we're going to do a pressed flower sock knit along. If anybody has some yarn they have been saving for a pressed flower sock and they want to join, let us know. It'll be fun. So yeah, I ended up having to get 3 skeins of this to have enough for the pressed flower socks, and I'm really excited to make those with my friends. You know what, guys? When I like really lay it all out, it's not that bad. At one point I had it all piled in my arms and I was like, this is a lot of yarn. But now that I'm going through it individually, it's not that bad, I would like to say. I think it could have been worse. So next up, I got 1 skein of Explorer Knits and Fibers Earthy DK in the colorway Pike Place. I got this because I am currently making the halibut sweater that is killing me slowly, and when I initially bought this yarn for that, they only had 4 skeins left of this color. It was always going to be a bit of a stretch to get a full sweater out of 4 skeins of this, so I just wanted to grab 1 more just so I have a buffer. Yeah, I'm glad I did. Whatever's left over, I'll make a hat or something. I'm not that worried about it. It's a really pretty color. Explorer Knits and Fibers had a really nice booth, and it was always packed. Oh my god, the first day the line was like around. It was huge. They were also tempting me, but this was all I needed, so it's all I got. Their pepperoncini colorway was very tempting, but luckily I'm like really brave, so I didn't get that. I passed by a booth and they had this setup. Mini skeins inspired by flowers that are on Mount Rainier, and unfortunately the Washingtonian in me was sold by that. It was some good marketing. So each skein, they had like a whole setup, and each skein is based on a flower. So this red one is Scarlet Paintbrush, the purple is Aster, and the yellow is called Oregon Sunshine, but I don't know what this flower is called. These are all from Made by Haley Bailey, and I picked these 3 colors together to do like a stripy sock. I thought would be cute. I think I have enough. We'll see. But yeah, I thought that marketing was just so good. I really liked these 3 colors together, and like it's a mini, you know, it takes up like no space. It's fine. It's what I keep telling myself. But yeah, I'm excited to do some more sock knitting after flock, because now I have to. Okay, we are nearing the end of the haul here actually, guys, so we're doing pretty good. Next up, we went to Ocean Knits. Ocean Knits, she's so nice. I'm blanking on her name. I think it's Vanessa, but she was so lovely to talk to. I ended up picking out the Fingering Merino base in Great Barrier Reef, along with the Lace Kid Silk Mohair, also in Great Barrier Reef, to hold together for a mini mock neck. My friend June and I each got a set from Ocean to do a mini mock neck together, and that's very exciting to me. And she had a sample, like a swatch of this colorway knit up on the cashmere base, and it was gorgeous. So I'm very excited to see how this knits up with the mohair. I think it's going to be really pretty. So yeah, that was Ocean Fibers, who just opened a storefront in Astoria, Oregon. If you are in Astoria or near Astoria, go check it out. Actually, I don't think it's open yet at the time of filming, but it should be soon. Ocean Fibers, super nice. Love these colors. And guys, our last skein is another mini, and this one is special because somebody actually gave this to me. This is a mini sock base from salty blonde fine fibers. Oh, and this is in the colorway sheepicorn, like sheep unicorn. There was this woman there in this crocheted granny square top, and it was like stunning. And so I went up to her and I was like, your top is beautiful. And then she whipped open her bag and she was like, pick out a mini. And I was like, what? So she just brought like a whole big tote bag full of these and was just handing them out over the weekend, which was like the nicest thing ever. And so yeah, I just grabbed this one and it's so cute and I can't wait. I'm gonna use it for like a contrast cuff and heel and toe and a sock. It was just so cute that somebody did that. Oh my gosh, one of my friends from the group chat made friendship bracelets. So that was really sweet as well. I'll put a picture of mine in here because it's in my room. So that was really sweet. Yeah, we just had a great time, guys. It was so much fun. And that's everything I got from Flock. I think I covered the highlights. Yeah, if you're there next year, come say hi. That would be so fun. I hope you're having an amazing morning, noon, afternoon, evening, whatever, wherever you are in the world. And I hope I'll see you in the next video. So, bye. Take care. Gotta clean up a lot of yarn now.